Are you ready to talk about produce today? And are you ready to learn how I keep produce fresh for long periods of time while I'm boondocking? And also, how do I fit 2 weeks worth of produce in my refrigerator in my RV so that I can eat healthy foods while I boondock for extended periods of time?
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to mind your own.
Hi friendlies, I'm Carolyn and welcome back to my RV life. Welcome back to my kitchen today. I've never done this before and it's kind of going to be interesting. The light in here, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but hopefully it'll be good. Today I'm going to show you how I store my produce. I'm going to show you what I do to keep all of this as fresh as possible while I'm boondocking for extended periods of time. My spinach, my kale, my broccoli, and my carrots. I'm going to show you what I do to get it all in my refrigerator. Okay, let's start with the broccoli because the broccoli is easy. Mostly with the broccoli, there's not really much I can do to make this last longer. What I want to do is just cut off the stalks so that I can then just put it in a Ziploc and it takes up less space in my refrigerator. All right, so that was easy. Now I have shorter broccoli. The stalks can just go in the garbage, and I'll put the broccoli in a Ziploc bag. Squeeze all the air out of it. And that's ready to store in my refrigerator. Next, let's do the spinach. So the spinach comes in these nice, handy, I guess, plastic containers. I kind of hate buying all these plastic containers, but this is nice. It's triple washed. It's baby spinach. What I do with this is I roll it up in my unbleached paper towels to take all the moisture out. So I'm going to roll this out. And then I'm just going to dump the spinach onto the, you can see, I don't know if you can see that there is some moisture on the spinach. So laying it out on the paper towel absorbs the moisture and it helps it last longer. This can last me, I think, like 10 days, if not longer. And while I might eat a lot of it raw, towards the end, if it gets just a little bit slimy toward the end, I'll cook with it, you know? I mean, it's not that bad. You know, you don't want it super slimy and you don't want it all like rotted and gross. But if some of it just starts to get a little slimy, I'll go ahead and just throw it in with some tofu scramble, which is like scrambled eggs, or with my black beans or whatever I'm cooking. I'll just spread it all out on the unbleached paper towels because I don't want any chemicals from the bleached white paper towels to leach into my food. So I prefer to do any food preparation stuff on the unbleached paper towels. And then I'm just going to roll it up. There we go. There we go. So it's all rolled up. And this looks kind of big right now, right? This looks kind of big. I'm losing spinach. But then I'm just going to take a gallon freezer Ziploc. And I'm going to stuff, and I'm going to literally cram it in there. And then I just use it just like this. I don't wash it again. It's triple washed. I've never had a problem with it. And because I am boondocking and conserving all of my resources, including my water, this comes in really handy because I don't want to waste water rinsing vegetables if I don't need to. I mean, of course, you can recycle. You can rinse your vegetables in a bowl and then recycle the water and use it for something else. And that is what I do when I need to rinse stuff. Once I've got it all in the Ziploc bag, I squeeze all the air out. And seal it. Ta-da, look at that. Almost like vacuum sealed spinach. And look at that, it takes up so much less room in my refrigerator, and I take it, you know, I pull it out, I take a handful or two out as I need it and seal it back up. And like I said, I can get 10 days, I think maybe even as much as 2 weeks out of this. So that's pretty good. Next, I'm going to show you what I do with my kale. Okay, and the first thing you do is take all of the leaves off of the big stems. You don't want to eat the big stems, they're icky. Just separate the leaves from the stems. And I don't usually rinse my kale. I know, I believe the more stuff I expose myself to, the better my immune system is going to be. And the fact that I've never had the flu and I never get sick, I don't know. Just lucky, or maybe I have a kick butt immune system. So that's it. I've taken all the leafy green stuff off the stalks. See, there's a little bit left. Okay. So for me, what works best is to cut it up when I buy it. Cut it up in tiny little confetti pieces. So that when I'm ready to use it, I can just grab a handful and throw it in whatever I'm making, whether it's a salad or whether I'm throwing it in a soup or in anything else that I'm cooking. So it really helps me to use it if I prepare it when I buy it. I mean, because half the time, you know, a lot of the times, half the challenge, especially of eating fresh vegetables and stuff like that, is the time it takes to rinse it and then let it dry and then to prepare it and cut it up and chop it. So for me, having everything prepared ahead of time so that all I have to do is reach in the fridge and grab it really helps me use it. So this video is helping me make sure I use all this stuff because I don't always do this. But this is a great tip. If you want to add more veggies to your diet, just make sure you prepare it when you buy it, and it just makes it so easy. Like I said in my previous video, with kale, if you chop it up super small and throw it in whatever you're cooking, you don't even know it's there. You really don't. And you get all the great nutritional value from it, and you barely even taste it. Okay, all right, look at that. So the kale is all nice and super fine. Can you see that? It's super fine. It's really small, really easy to eat, really easy to chew, and this is how I like to eat it. So then I'm gonna go ahead and just put this in a Ziploc. Same thing, I'm going to squeeze all the air out of it. I'm going to roll it to squeeze all the air out of it. And voila, that big bulky stalk of kale that I had is now just a nice compact bag that's going to make it easy to store in my refrigerator. And I can throw these away. Finally are my carrots, and I like buying the carrots with the stuff still on the ends. The stems still attached, they seem to last longer. I buy them organic, so I don't even peel them when I eat them. I just rinse them off. I do rinse them off because these get pulled out of the ground and I don't want to eat that much dirt. So I do rinse these off when I use them, but right now, because I don't want water on them, storing them, because any moisture is going to make them rot, make them go bad faster. So for these, I just put them in the bag that I bought them in. And, you know, I do tighten it up a little bit. And these will last a couple of weeks. So that's how I store my carrots. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put them all in the refrigerator, because now they're all going to fit. My kale. Broccoli, and the carrots. Look at that. So 2 weeks worth of, this is 2 weeks worth of supplies. All my veggies put away. How easy was that? We now have 2 weeks worth of fresh vegetables to go boondocking with and to eat healthy and make some really great meals. I hope you found that really helpful and interesting. And if you'd like more videos about my life and healthy eating and RVing and travel and adventure and fun and reality, be sure to subscribe below. And if you want even more content, be sure to check out Patreon over here. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. Mwah! I'll see you soon.